Hello friends, so today I wanted to share with you my thoughts on this beauty here. So this is the Clayton Satchel, and right now it's like the epic shopping season, right? So I know that this is on sale currently, and I thought some of you might be considering whether to purchase this bag or not. I think this bag in general is stunning, first of all. I really like the design. I like where the logo is. I just think in general, when you look at it on the website, it looks like a stunning bag, a very desirable bag. And then it does have the tassels, which, as some of you may know, I love it when I see that peak of green suede underneath the leather. So that takes me, every time it gets me. I want to have one of them, one of these beautiful Florentine bags, because of that green suede. And so I think whenever I've seen reviews for this bag, I feel like they always mention all of the positive things, but there's a few things that I didn't know until I had it. And so I just wanted to share that with you. So as you can see, this is a big bag, and right now it's empty. I don't have anything inside. But I'm going to show you a demonstration of what I might carry inside. I'm filming with my iPad. I generally, if I'm carrying a bigger bag, it's for work, and I'll probably throw my iPad in there, potentially a book as well. Right now I'm having some additional training, so I might even throw in a booklet or the materials, the course materials that we were given for the course. So some other things might go in this bag, and this bag fits it. It is easy to put all of those things in there because it is a big bag. So that's one of the things to consider. This bag, it's not a casual, easy bag. It's a heavier bag, and it's like a briefcase. So if what you're looking for is a briefcase type bag, this is perfect. Love it. But if you're looking for an everyday bag, this is kind of cumbersome. It's a bit big. It's a bit large. So I'll go ahead and show you the dimensions here. It's about 15 by almost 12 inches. So this is a big bag. And then the depth, it's really nice and deep. It is probably about 6 inches deep. So it's really nice and big. It fits a ton. One of the things, the first thing that caught my attention about this bag was the organization right in the front. It has a ton of pockets. So you have a pocket here, you have another one on the other side, and then this flips up. They're magnetic, so they stay closed, and these pockets are nice and big as well. So quite a bit will fit in these pockets. And then on top of that, in the back, you have a zip pocket, which is also nice and big. It probably fits a full-size wallet in there if that's where you wanted to carry your wallet. So the organization on the outside of this bag was, for me, one of the first things that caught my attention. And I imagined or envisioned this bag being super functional because of those pockets. However, you cannot use all 4 pockets functionally at the same time. So I'm going to just do a demonstration with that. For example, I have some business cards here. I would probably put my cards in here. So again, this is just a demo. There's different things that everyone would carry in their pockets, but that might be something that I would carry, right? I would carry my business cards, and then I might have a couple other little essentials that I would want to carry on the other side. So I have some sanitizer and some balm. So I'm going to put that in there. That would probably be a very realistic example of what I might put in those pockets. Now, for easy access, what might I want in my outside pockets? For me, that would probably be my glasses and my phone. And of course, I forgot to bring my phone. But you know, I have a nice big phone. So I would probably want to stick that in here. And I didn't bring it, so I'm going to use something else. I would probably want to put my readers also for easy access so that I can just, you know, I'm busy. I can easily pull them out when I want to as I'm carrying my bag around. So now watch this. So I have my sunglasses in here and I want to get into my business cards. If I try to do that, I could, you know, if I force this, I will break my sunglasses. I cannot, unless, you know, with a lot of trouble, get in there to pull this out, because this pocket, this is the pocket right here. It's in here. So anything that you put in here, if you have your phone in here, you can't fold your phone. Like, you cannot get into this pocket if you have something in here. So in order to get into the bottom pocket, you have to take whatever is in here out. And that was one of my first disappointments about the bag. That was one of my first disappointments about the bag. So it's still awesome, but you really can't functionally, like I said, use all 4 pockets at the same time. It's just not possible. If you're wanting access to everything, which that's the point. That's why you have the outside organization, in order to have that access, then, you know, it just doesn't work out. So that's my first small complaint about the bag. Now I'll go ahead and show you what might be some other things that I might carry in this bag. So I have this large pouch. I have a ton of stuff in here. It's all of my essentials. So as you can see, like, most of my demos have been with smaller bags, but I do have larger bags. So right now that I'm really, really busy at work, I just need everything with me. And so I have a nice big pouch where I keep everything in there. And then I have, of course, my wallet. And in case you wanted to see, this is violet and this is fuchsia, so that's the difference. In my eyes, violet is more beautiful. I just love it. This is more warm toned. This is more cool toned. And yeah, it's quite different, right? Like, when you have it next to each other, when you have them independently, they're both stunning, but violet, nothing beats it. It's amazing. Okay. And then I might also want to carry my charger and my keys. I would probably put on the outside pocket. Like I said, practically speaking, I would probably want to put my phone in here, and then I would stick my glasses inside. And so with those couple of things, it's not a ton, but I have a ton more space, you guys. Like this bag, if you are a tote person, or the amount of things or the types of things that you might want to carry in a tote, this will fit it. So off to the end, you can see the bag that I've been carrying during the week. That's my medium Russel tote. Probably, you know, there's a couple of days this week where that bag was full because I was just running around from one location to another, and I had my, you know, my water, my books, and then all of my personal things, some snacks. I think I even threw my lunch in that bag. Everything that fits over there might fit in here, potentially. I'm thinking now, you know, I probably wouldn't have been able to fit my lunch in here, but everything else would have fit. So having said that, in my opinion, my personal preference is that if you need a bag that's this big, the purpose of this here, for me, the pro, would be the outside organization. But because the outside organization doesn't work the way I want it to work, I don't see the benefit. Like, I would rather just carry a tote, because that's the size of the bag, and I can't stick this over my shoulder like a tote. It's a briefcase type bag, which is a very elegant thing, you know, to carry, but for me, most of the time, if it's that much that I'm carrying, I just want to toss it over my shoulder and move on with my day. I'm busy. I don't have time to, you know, be dealing with not being able to get something out of pockets. And yeah, it's just a little cumbersome for me. It does have a strap, so you can carry it, you know, crossbody. Probably if you added some additional holes, you could carry it as a shoulder bag. But as is, it would be a crossbody bag. And you can imagine this whole piece of beautiful leather on your hip. It's just a lot, in my opinion. It's just a lot. So if you're deciding between something like this and a tote, personally, I would go with a tote. It is a beautiful bag. It is a stunning, stunning bag. If that's the primary reason why you're choosing it, because you think it's stunning, then hey, go for it. I think it is beautiful, but just know that this whole functionality in the front doesn't work out the way that probably in our minds we think it's going to work out. However, like I said, it is a beautiful bag. So I just wanted to share those few things with you today. I'm switching out bags today. I don't have to carry such a large bag, so I'm probably going to go for something smaller. I was thinking of carrying this. So I put on my little charm right there, but this is a regular small satchel, the regular size, the one that's 13 inches. So you can see that in comparison. Yeah, it's in the shot. Okay, so I don't know. I might go for even something smaller. I'm trying to think what I'm going to decide here for today. But yeah, so that's my review. I hope it helps some of you out. Since I have it here, this is Bourdoux and that's violet, in case some of you wanted to see the difference between those colors as well. So Bourdoux, violet, and then where's my wallet? And then here is Fuchsia. Beautiful, right? I love all the berry colors, you guys. I love it. I can't, you know, violet is one of my weaknesses personally, because I don't use that bag very much due to the things that I already mentioned. I might be selling it, but it is, like I said, the color is stunning, and in general, I just love the color. I love staring at it. It's so stunning. Well, have a good rest of the day. I hope that helps some of you with the decisions that you're making, especially right now. You know, everyone is spending, and we have to make good decisions. Personally, I don't have the resources to, you know, go wild. I do have a lot more than I used to, which I'm so grateful for. And sometimes I sell a bag and then, you know, you can afford to get another because you sold a bag or two. So that's how I help myself out with this little habit that I have, this little shopping habit that I have. I've never mentioned this before, but Dooney and Bourke is a brand that I discovered probably about 10 or so years ago. I'm the type of person that I couldn't afford to have a ton of bags at that time. So I would probably buy a bag every year and a half. It wears out and then, you know, you get rid of it because it's worn out. Maybe the piping's falling off or the corners are worn, or, you know, something's wrong with the handles. Something's happened to the bag where you've worn it out. It's had its course in its life. And I've always been into buying a branded bag, maybe not a luxury bag, but, you know, I would have a Coach or a Michael Kors or a Kate Spade, a bag like that. And my experience up to that time was that every year and a half, it was time. Like, you could tell the bag was worn. It was worn out. It didn't look as presentable as I would want it to look. So I would switch it out. So one year I decided to buy a Florentine bag, but I didn't know that was something special. Like, I went to the Dooney and Bourke outlet. I saw a black bag and it was it just looked sturdy. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna try this out. It was pretty, it was black, it was leather, it looked really sturdy, and I bought it. And by the time that it was time where I usually get my new bag, I'm like, well, this bag is still in fantastic condition. So I decided to make that my church bag. So we go to church consistently. We generally don't miss twice a week, at least twice a week. And I wore that bag for another like 10 years. I'm not kidding. For another 10 years, and the bag was still in great condition. It looked fabulous. So at that point I sold it. I probably sold that bag like 2 years ago to a coworker. And now I know that it was Florentine leather, and in my opinion, the Florentine leather that wears the best is probably the black one. The natural probably wears out pretty well as well. I don't have 10 years of experience with a natural Florentine leather bag, but it does change in colors and patinas. The black it just looks black. It keeps looking beautiful. The corners do smooth out a little bit, but they don't discolor. So with like this one isn't very worn, so it's not discolored, but these bags, when someone wears them out quite a bit, the corners, they don't tear, but they do discolor a little bit. So the color, for example, I'm trying to see if you can see a little bit of discoloration. I suppose you might be able to see a tiny bit of discoloration in these corners, but for some of them, you'll look at the ones that are pre-loved and they look even kind of white, or the color is just completely different in the corners, because that's the way that the Florentine colored leather wears out. But the black doesn't. So if for you longevity and for it to look the way it looks when you bought it is important years down the line, then just go with the black Florentine. But hey, I love color, so I can't do that. So that was a little bit of story time, and I hope you enjoyed this review, this unpopular opinions, a little bit of criticism here for this bag, but it's still a beautiful bag and I love it. And if you decide to pick one up, enjoy it and love it. All right, thank you, friends. Bye.